Welcome back to our semi-final round of our final pre-Seattle tournament here at Psycho Turtle in Pico Rivera, California. I am Dennis Geisler. I have Lucy Parker tagging in with me for the Top Cut phase. And we have a pretty interesting one for our semi-final matchup. It is Josh Winfield and Cole Cisakowski. Josh is running Corviknight, Fluttermane, Raging Bolt, Chien-Pao, Incineroar, and Ogerpon Wellspring. We saw that team earlier. Cole running the Fluttermane, Roaring Moon, Heatran, Landorus Incarnate, Iron Hands, and a very importantly named Ogerpon Wellspring that you will not get to find out.
Yes.
We saw Josh's team earlier. We saw the Corviknight pop off a little bit. I'd be interested to see it again. This is an interesting team from both of these guys. Heatran, not something you tend to see a ton. You see a little bit of it. Iron Hands has fallen off quite a bit in this format, but still a very valuable Pokemon if you have the Assault Vest open for it.
Indeed.
I'm curious where this is going, and it is Roaring Moon alongside Fluttermane, so the Fluttermane is open to not really be the speed control, so it gets to be Specs in this case, which I really like.
Although Specs Icy Wind does not hurt. Does not hurt this team at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's nice to have the Specs Icy Wind as well, but it's also nice just to be able to run Specs and not have to say, okay, I'm locked into just clicking Thunder Wave and Icy Wind every game. But we're going to get into game number 1 here. We're going to see Cole leading with the Ogerpon and the Heatran.
Okay.
And it's going to be Fluttermane, Corviknight on the other end. So, I love Corviknight. Corviknight's an awesome guy.
Corviknight's really pretty good here, although it does have to use Terra to escape the fire.
That's the thing I was scared of, is that Magma Storm is really annoying for it.
But unfortunately, Magma Storm is also not super accurate.
It's not. You could just rely on that. At the same time, I think it's not a bad idea to just say, okay, Corv isn't gonna be... Corv isn't getting the job done right now. We're gonna shut down this Heatran and try to operate Corviknight out of the end game.
Corv swapping back out, swapping in for Incineroar even.
Yeah, especially because you're not at the sunk cost fallacy point yet, where you're like, well, I have 2 bulk ups, I can't really switch out yet. And that's kind of where...
there are some players who will just go for that anyways, and okay, giving up the +2 and this.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense. I think this play makes a lot of sense as well, going for the Intimidate
alive.
Yeah,
gives the Heatran resisted Magma Storm hit.
And that's a big thing, is that this Heatran does not have a Steel move.
Yeah.
So you're not necessarily afraid of the Heatran for Fluttermane's sake. We will see the Terra on the Ogerpon, so we'll kind of neutral out the
Thunder Wave landing
Intimidate.
Into the Heatran.
Thunder Wave landing is important. We do gamble a little bit. I don't think we've seen a miss Thunder Wave today on stream. Seen a lot of other stuff happen, but not the Thunder Wave miss. We'll get the Ivy Cudgel.
That -1 helping a lot, keeping it around half. Magma Storm landing into the Incineroar. Not doing a whole lot. But
yeah,
it still kind of doesn't do a whole lot.
I feel like I've never seen that animation before. That's crazy looking. Yeah, it's a nice chunk of damage, and it'll keep doing damage over time. And Incineroar does have the Citrus, so it'll be able to heal up a little bit.
It also has Parting Shot, though.
It does also have Parting Shot. Yeah, it'll be able to switch out still, and I think it's not a bad time to use either Parting Shot or just Fake Out. You do have some stall time. Just take it. At this point, though, Fluttermane is kind of in an awkward spot where we know another Ivy Cudgel will take it out.
Yes.
Magma Storm, probably, if it connects, plus the... If it breaks through Para and it connects, then probably it'll KO with the bonus damage at the end of the turn at least. But we're just putting down Thunder Waves. I don't hate this if we're saying...
it makes sense.
The win condition is Corviknight, which feels weird, but I don't hate it.
And here comes a Parting Shot into the Heatran. Heatran at -2 attack now, but that's not going to matter unless we somehow see Heatran need to struggle.
Yeah, probably not.
But
-1 special attack. It might keep Fluttermane around if it gets hit with a Magma Storm here.
Or Earth Power, even.
Or Earth Power, yeah.
Well, yeah, Earth Power will
be like nothing.
Probably. You never know.
Yeah.
Here we go.
See the Ivy Cudgel.
Into the Flutter.
We should KO, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad for Josh, because now you're putting yourself in a spot where you can bring the Corviknight back out, you can click...
Here comes Magma Storm.
Ooh, that's a big dodge. That's a very big dodge.
That's huge.
Man, okay, I actually like the Incineroar more. I was thinking about it in my head, and I was like, yeah, actually, it should probably be Incineroar in here.
Yeah. Corviknight really doesn't do a whole lot until you can get...
And that's the thing, is you just need to get the Heat Rain out of the way here.
And then you just kind of need to get it down to a point where it's not hitting super hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's part of it as well.
Because you can save the Terra Berry for the Corviknight, and then just have not big damage going into it. And sure, the chip from Magastorm is going to hurt over time, but you're in that time you will probably set up a bulk up and be able to just annihilate the Heatran with Body Press.
But it also leaves you wondering, like, okay, what is in the back for Cole? It's Iron Hands, it's Mana Ferreira. That's the one everybody knows in Italian now.
As you should. Ooh, big
and then we'll get slappied with the fake out.
Huge damage. And protect into that Heatran slot.
So it is the Iron Hands, so we don't know the last Pokemon that Cole has access to here, but that's another awkward thing, is that the Hands is also super effective into that Corviknight.
Oh yeah, Wild Charge.
And it should also probably underspeed the Corviknight, so if it goes for a Roost, you could low kick it.
Yeah, and
or Drain Punch on it.
Being able to call those out is...
Yeah, it's always kind of an awkward interaction when you're playing Corviknight with something like that, and Iron Hands is probably just so slow that it's able to work with that.
Yeah, Iron Hands doesn't really care, and it's bulky enough that it doesn't really care how many bulk ups and how bulk up boosted body presses Corviknight land into it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That was one of the things that I was looking at when I was working on Corviknight myself, is that it's like, if Iron Hands is here, I kind of just have to deal with it. Yeah, no fake out is a little interesting.
I think it's just to call that and then just hit whatever hit Corviknight on its way back in from.
And potentially you just say, okay, it doesn't. I don't really care that much. I don't need the fake out here. I'm not trying to set up anything. I just want to do damage.
Or for just potentially calling the Ivy Cudgel. Yeah.
Oh wow, nice call there.
That was a really good call.
That's like half of Corviknight's HP right there.
Yep.
Ooh, but the full pair on the Heatran, that is going to be Josh's biggest out here, is having the full pairs available. Because, I mean, you can get away with anything if you've got full para.
Yeah.
And man,
we love enabling nonsense.
We do love enabling nonsense. That's the problem, though, for Corviknight right now, is that this is safety goggles. This is not leftovers.
Or Rocky Helmet.
Or Rocky Helmet, for that matter. But it means that Roost is the only form of HP recovery, which is very strong, but you need to be able to...
It leaves you open to those fighting moves.
It does, and it also just leaves you open to getting hit.
And Earth powers from potentially non-paralyzed heat.
That's also true. That's a really good point. But at the same time, it's like, if you just get hit with Magma Storm, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, this thing's in a really awkward spot. Because you've got to click bulk up, because otherwise you're not really doing anything.
You're not doing enough. That really anything. Outside of the Heatran.
Right, okay, yeah. The Magma Storm does get pulled away. And it's
with
not...
the chip, with the overtime damage, that's good damage.
It's good damage. It's enough for Josh to say, okay, I'm still in this game.
But it is also Horn Leech Ogrepon, so it can just heal back a bunch of that damage from the Ogrepon.
Yeah, from the other Ogrepon. Yeah. That is certainly true. At the same time, you do have to just continue to be concerned about when can I roost, when can I bulk up, when can I attack.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if you just call it here and go for the double attack.
And then...
Well, even just go for a double attack here, because the spiky shield is actually the play for the Ogrepon here.
And unfortunately, that's going to be more damage. For Joshua's Ogrepon.
A lot of damage over time. I mean, Josh's HP bars are just running out. He just doesn't have a lot of health left on this team. Roost does get to go down, so it will heal up exactly to full. Yeah. That's like perfect, because you get to be at the highest amount of HP you
from
can.
The Heatran. That's...
I like the taunt as an option. I don't know if I love it in that spot specifically, but...
Because it's still... Unless this is, like... Roaring Moon in the back. You don't have a I mean, Iron Hands doesn't mind taking the switch.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
at some
like-
point you can just say, okay, I've done enough now, if I can just... Because you have Iron Hands potentially to deal with Corviknight, if you're at least able to put enough pressure down every turn to prevent it from getting another bulk up off.
Yeah.
Iron Hands should be able to handle it.
And here comes... Will we see what's in that fourth slot?
I think it's going to be Iron
yeah,
Hands. I think it's going to be Mono Pharrea. And we will finally see that Terra from Josh.
I
think that's the Corv, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a
In the face of
solid
the heat
call.
train, you have to.
Yeah, and I get it. At the same time, yeah, I get it. And especially with the Iron Hands there, it becomes a lot.
Ooh, here comes the cudgel. Ooh,
Whew.
that's some damage.
That's good damage, yeah. The body press will double up
yeah.
and KO.
But unfortunately, that gives Cole a very free switch in to just...
I wonder what the last
fake out.
Pokemon is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because at this point, Corviknight is actually pretty
I wonder if
scary.
it's the Lander... Oh. It might be the Landorus just to be able to sludge bomb the Corviknight down.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
That'll
Landorus...
deal with everything, especially once the Ogerpon goes down. And now that Ogerpon can't protect because it got taunted,
Yeah.
it's just...
Landorus is just so miserable against Corviknight pre-Terra, and I
Yeah.
wonder if Cole felt confident enough to force out the Terra that he would bring the Landorus.
Yeah, and just...
Because it's either Fluttermane, Roaring Moon, or Landorus.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, I feel
think
like...
it might be Landorus here.
Yeah, because the Flutter or Landorus in this spot would be very good.
Yeah, both strong special attackers. It's just whether or not you want to go for clean up with Dazzling Gleam or Ice You in for some reason.
Yeah.
Or just single target
Yeah.
that Corviknight can't particularly hit strongly.
And we do get, and we do still have the Incineroar switching in and out, which the Incineroar is really helping out the Corv here. Because the Corv honestly could go for another bulk up right now. Other than the fake out. Well, actually, the fake out going into the Incineroar slot.
Kind of, yeah.
So yeah, Corv gets another bulk up.
I forgot
that last slot.
T-Train went down. Ogerpon had been freed from...
Ooh, Horn Leech.
Yeah,
that's not ideal. If that was Ivy Cudgel, yeah, because the Citrus comes up right under 100 HP.
Right at the threshold.
Yeah. Because, yeah, you really need to get rid of that Incineroar post-haste. Because it is really annoying your ability to get rid of this Corviknight. Because Corviknight at this point, I think you honestly just click bulk up again.
Yeah, there's a...
Because you're not afraid of either of these Pokemon right now. They're not doing damage to you.
Especially as now
We'll see the last Pokemon.
Now we get to find out what it is. It is the
It's Lando.
Landorus.
That's a crazy call. Because, like, the whole reason you bring Corviknight is because it does not take damage against Landorus. And...
But I believe this... Yeah,
It's
this
so
is a
clever.
+2 Brave Bird into the Landorus.
Lando takes those, though. Lando does actually eat those, shockingly.
Yeah.
And now, the Corv is in an annoying spot.
Corv is in a very bad position here.
Sludge Bomb should KO from this, yeah?
Yeah, Sludge Bomb absolutely probably picks up.
And this is a Corv, because it has Body Press, it does not have Protect. Well, because of the 4 moves it has, it does not have Protect, but Body Press is kind of the one that...
does suffer from that.
Yeah.
You want
we saw the Body Press...
Protect, or you have to give up your recovery, or your ability to set up, or your attacks.
There's always something you have to lose out on. I like having the Protect. I get why you want having the Body Press, but this is the exact spot where you go, oh, this is... I don't know what I could do here, because you just kind of get lit up by Sludge Bomb here. And at that point, Cole's going to be in a great spot to win this.
Especially with the Follow Me.
Ooh. Yeah. Because it also just keeps the Landorus standing. Oh, that's an interesting call.
I think I see the play, or the reasoning behind that, and it's just try to...
Oh, just give it more Brave Bird recoil?
Or just take out Incineroar.
Yeah.
Incineroar, and just Corviknight doesn't necessarily do a whole lot to everything.
Yeah, the problem is that might have been a kind of game-losing play for Cole there, because Ogerpon can now follow me.
Well, then both Ogerpons can follow. Oh wait, but then it's a game of who clicks Fake Out next turn with the Landorus.
And Incineroar should have the faster Fake Out.
Yes, and it's just a matter of getting those Fake Outs.
Yeah,
correct. Unless Cole just decides to Spiky Shield.
Yeah, because there are Protects available like everywhere here except for the Corviknight. and that puts Josh in a more annoying spot relating to that. He switches out the Corviknight. That's bold.
Yeah.
I don't hate that, but that's bold. And it's literally the situation we were talking about earlier about like switching it up after 2 bulk ups. We literally said it, and here it is.
Yep.
The Ogerpon on 4 HP should...
Ooh.
Oh, it tried to protect or follow me. Either way, it didn't get to.
Ooh.
Sludge Bomb not going to KO the Incineroar. The other Ogerpon does get the KO.
And now Josh's Ogerpon goes up from 4 HP to 9.
Yeah! But we did actually see... It is actually very important that we saw that Cole's Landorus was faster than Josh's
Ogerpon.
Wellspring.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is...
I don't know why I thought we were both confused on what Ogerpon
yeah, it's the same Pokemon.
Yeah.
But that is really important here because it means that Landorus can kind of just focus down the Ogerpon at this point if it wants to.
Yeah.
I guess probably... Well, because you do probably have to...
potentially pick where the Fake Out goes and potentially call a Protect from the Landorus.
Yeah.
Or hope that...
The thing is, I don't even think a double up from these two can take out
the hands.
No, the hands, yeah.
It would,
hands would get a KO in return on one of these two.
Cudgel would need to crit.
Yeah.
And even then, it still would not be...
it'd be dicey.
And you still potentially lose Ogerpon to the Landorus. Or Incineroar, depending on targeting.
We're going to see it. Ogerpon goes for the spiky shield. See the Fake Out now. We'll see if it comes. Incineroar does fake out the Monoferea.
Ooh,
no
crit?
Protect from Lando, and it goes for the Earth Power into the Incineroar. That's a bold call from Cole, because a Fake Out plus Ivy Cudgel into the Lando would have knocked it out.
Yeah, but then you're also playing the game of...
Yeah.
Iron Hands fakes out
and I guess...
and just picks it off. And you have the Spiky Shield, and then you don't get...
That's all. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah. Yeah, and we don't know what Monoferea was even going for there, but this puts Cole in a very nice spot with Landorus moving first here. You have to worry a little bit about Ogerpon, but you could just go for Lando Protect plus taking out the Ogerpon.
Yeah.
Because you do just kind of have to deal with the Follow Me at some point.
Anything that Iron Hands does is enough to pick up the...
Or just Sludge Bomb.
Yeah.
It feels scary to me.
You get a little bit of damage into the... more damage into the Corviknight.
You do get more damage into the Corv, but I feel like you just want to Sludge Bomb it if you can.
Yeah.
Because the Brave Bird takes out the Landorus there.
But potentially just a play of Protect Landorus and...
I guess it's just how much natural bulk and damage does Corviknight have?
Especially with...
Not enough, clearly. 11 HP remaining. Oh, because Ogerpon got taken out as well. Yes. It gets to Roost. I think Josh
now
can
it's a really
do
fun
this.
game of roosting until you have enough until you have enough HP to feel like...
Yeah, I think Josh could genuinely do this, because Wild Charge is going to get bled out on Cole's end.
Not with the Drain...
Not with Drain Punch.
Drain Punches.
Because Drain Punch will heal the damage back, but that also means
it'll heal about the Wild Charge.
Yeah, but the problem is Corv is going to take like nothing from Drain Punch, so it just has to keep roosting.
Especially if Josh decides to set up full cups.
Yeah. And that's where it gets kind of dicey, where it's like, okay, how willing are you to risk a crit right now? Like a crit Wild Charge. Because if crit Wild Charge comes out, you just lose. I think you have to roost
Feeling
here.
Lucky, Josh?
Because you have enough HP left, you can roost.
Yes.
Then you bulk up next turn.
And then, yeah, I have a feeling that it's just going to be Drain Punches until it reaches...
Because Josh still has plenty of roosts to play with.
Oh!
Oh, Cole wins! The time ran out and Cole won off of that. I wasn't even paying attention to the timer.
I didn't see the timer, what?
My goodness, I did not see the timer at all. I think it was Josh's your time that ran out, not the global time.
Actually, yeah, I believe it was. I think Josh did run out of it.
That's really something, because yeah, Josh does take a while to think about some of his moves, but that really
cost him that game.
He had the game in control there.
Is that the first time we've ever seen a loss like that on stream?
It's certainly for me, that's for sure.
Because I know we've seen
the game timeout. We have not seen the your
regular
timer
stuff,
like
but we have not seen that. That's crazy.
That got both of us. We were just like, oh, that was... I mean, it makes sense in hindsight.
Because I didn't even see, like, the 2 minutes left in game thing that loves to pop up.
Yeah. And it makes some sense, because Josh does take a little bit of time to make his decisions, and on top of that, the game was lasting a very long time.
Yeah.
But
I guess not as long as we thought it was going to.
Yeah, you played your outs, I guess, and Cole got the win there. So Josh,
rewarded
out of a spot that he had to feel really good about, is now going to have to kind of work the other way.
That's like a severe, like, big hit to your mind. I mean, like, just not paying attention to a resource that you thought you had.
Yeah. And you do have to remember, there's like, okay, Josh probably wouldn't have been in that spot if Heatran didn't get full para'd that one turn, that it had the Magma Storm off, and there were a lot of things downstream that, and we thought Cole had that game locked up, because, for a while, but then he allowed the Lando to drop, and then suddenly there wasn't an answer left.
It's a easy 1v1 for Josh.
And the Roosts just got to start cooking.
See.
I was gonna say now both players are gonna switch things up quite a bit. We've got the
Flutter Cat and Flutter Moon,
the Flutter Mane and the Roaring Moon. Hold for boosters. Okay, Cole's moves first.
Now that's a booster speed, yes.
Because we saw the booster speed on Josh's Flutter as well.
Yep.
So we know that Cole's Roaring Moon is faster, which tends to be the case, is what I've seen.
Yeah.
As Flutters have gotten bulkier, especially, but it's something that does matter for these early stages of the game, especially because it's pretty trivial for Cole to Tailwind plus big damage.
Indeed.
And Flutter is choice specs. It has the ability to launch some big damage.
Especially with that Terra Fairy.
Yeah.
Terra Fairy, Dazzling Gleam.
You certainly
probably
could
take Flutter Mane to
do a lot of damage. You do a pretty substantial chunk of damage.
A huge chunk out of everything.
At the same time, you do feel a little scared about these two Pokemon on the field right now. The Incineroar, which you know will take a hit at the very least.
Whoop, Josh giving up his booster speed. Swap Flutter out into the Ogerpon.
Ogerpon is a great friend. You're right.
Indeed.
Roaring protects. I don't hate that, actually.
Yeah.
And Flutter Mane, does go for the Shadow Ball. I like that.
That makes sense.
And it does a good chunk into Ogerpon as well.
Ooh, yeah, that's huge. And then,
so that'll weaken the
damage.
Flutter substantially, but it will be able to change moves. Yeah. Like, it can go for, like Tailwind Moonblast should pick up the Ogerpon from... No, it shouldn't. But it'll do more damage than Shadow Ball, at least.
Moonblast if you Terra Fairy, yeah.
Well, if you Terra Fairy, it'll pick up.
But you don't... I don't think you want to Terra Fairy in this position quite yet.
I would tend to agree.
I mean, it's okay to, but it's just not the best play.
Yeah, it just puts...
It's a very win more sort of thing that you don't need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. It puts Cole in kind of a weird spot here. Roaring Moon does have the ability to just go for damage, though, and just hit stuff. Like Roaring Moon's in a decent spot.
Yeah.
And we see no switches.
We see a Terra from Josh.
Is that... Okay.
Wellspring.
I like the Wellspring Terra.
Probably there's no acrobatics here. So...
Yeah, no acrobatics, but it does give you this +1 special defense.
Which is gonna matter quite a bit with that Flutter now losing its choice specs, but...
Oh, Breaking Swipe. That weakens the Ogerpon's attack.
Yeah.
We'll see what the Flutter goes for here. It is Moonblast into that slot. Ooh. Josh is gonna look like a genius if this works. It kind of did work. Josh kind of looks like a genius for that. Taking it with 5 HP remaining and getting the Flutter Mane out of the way after the Breaking Swipe. Because that was the one thing, is that you do tank more damage with the special defense boost. And the Horn Leech was able to heal up a little bit of damage back. Yeah. But now the question is, what do you do? Because you just used your Terra and you used your Flutter Mane booster. You basically didn't use your Flutter Mane booster. And you're putting yourself back on the field in kind of a weird spot. We'll see what Cole has in the back. If it's like Lando or something, that'd be pretty nice.
Lando's okay.
Because Cole still has Terra available, which is big.
Oh yeah, and Roaring Moon's gonna be faster, so it's gonna be able to just set up Tailwind before Fluttermane can even get anything.
Exactly.
Do
and
anything.
This Landorus does not have Sandseer, so it can't take out 2 Pokemon at once, or do damage to 2 Pokemon at once. But
yeah, but even then, your Sandseer's really only going to be able to pick up Ogerpon.
yeah, it'd be nice to be able to chip Flutter with that, but
Fluttermane won't be happy with the chunk that it takes, but it will still be okay and be able to hit back with a Icy Wind.
And it is Lando. And that's the thing, is like you probably do have to Terra the Lando immediately.
Yeah.
But that's not a huge downside.
It also it's also not Terra Poison Landorus, so it doesn't get the stronger Sludge Bomb.
Yeah.
It is just Terra Steel to be able to resist Icy Winds.
But also, like, I don't hate that if I'm Cole. I'm like, this is acceptable.
Yeah,
I'll live with that.
Yeah. It's an okay trade, because even then, Sludge Bomb isn't hitting Fluttermane for super effective damage.
Yeah, and if you can get the Tailwind up, you feel pretty good. Like, okay, even if I get hit with Icy Wind, I don't even care, man.
Yeah, you'll still be...
I'm still faster, I'm still, yeah. Probably still more than the Fluttermane, given that it doesn't have the booster anymore. We'll see it. Ogerpon does switch out.
That's right. Errors happen after switch.
Yeah. You see Incineroar coming in, so that's like a -3 Roaring Moon, by the way.
Although this Moon isn't that offensive, so it doesn't care that much.
That's certainly true, but it means it's doing less and less damage if it does try to do anything. Just get any chip down.
As it is knockoff Breaking Swipe, offensive options are not super strong.
Yeah. We will see that Terra Steel that we mentioned.
There's a Tailwind. Now,
see what the target is here.
Earth Power.
Ooh, that's a call.
That's a good call, too.
That's a very good call. I love that from Cole. Calling out the Instant Switch in. Picking up the KO.
Now we see, will this Moonblast... This Moonblast has to pick up.
Yeah, it's going to pick up the Roaring Moon. But honestly, you're pretty happy with that if you're Cole. You go, I didn't need that guy.
That was a really good trade. That was a really good trade. Taking out the Incineroar and being able to set up the fastest Tailwind.
Yeah, because that guy was going to be really annoying, and now Lando's very fast. You have the Tailwind going for the next 4 turns or whatever. There's not a whole lot stopping you. It depends on what's the last Pokemon.
There's that 30 seconds. Yeah. Heatran is not... this is okay here.
Fluttermane's miserable here is the big thing.
Yeah, even if it doesn't do a whole lot to anything out with no Shadow Ball. Yeah, sure, Fluttermane gets to toss out Thunder Wave, but it really doesn't do anything.
Thunder Wave is probably the best case scenario for what Fluttermane can do here. Like, you do have to kind of just gamble on Thunder Wave getting you somewhere.
Or the Heatran not outspeeding you and taunting you.
That's also true, because the Heatran could outspeed.
The Heatran could be fast enough to do that.
Yeah. I'd be curious, honestly. That's a weird interaction. And yeah, the Earth Power does... call into the Fluttermane. It's good damage. Oh wow, and it just outspeeds in Chaos.
Yeah,
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Oh! Ooh, it will get the Thunder Wave down, assuming it doesn't miss.
We'll see.
Assuming it doesn't miss, okay. And so Fluttermane will drop this turn.
But not without getting a Thunder Wave off, at least.
It does get the Thunder Wave off. That's the big thing. Now, Ogerpon hangs around with very little HP remaining. The chair just keeps getting lower and lower, just kind of on its own. It has a mind of its own, that's okay.
Now we see Raging Bolt and Ogerpon left on it, right?
There sure are. Raging Bolt has to do a lot of damage here. And the nice thing for Raging Bolt is that...
now with Landorus paralyzed, you're in a okay position.
I mean, the problem is that Landorus still outspeeds Raging Bolt. Landorus still outspeeds both of these with Tailwind.
Yeah.
And Heatran should outspeed Landorus. Yeah. So the ideal case for Cole is you KO Ogerpon with whatever, probably Magma Storm. Well, actually, probably Earth Power. I don't know, whatever.
Earth Power for the sake of consistency.
And then you Earth Power the Raging Bolt. The problem is that you might not actually KO the Ogerpon here. We'll see. Yeah, I was gonna say, you might not actually get that, and you
30
don't.
damage, ooh.
So the second Earth Power will certainly take out the Ogerpon.
Ogerpon trading itself to let...
But now the question is, what does Raging Bolt do? We've seen it do a lot earlier today, but that was with Terra.
And with the power of crits.
Yeah, that's also true.
Ooh.
It does really good damage to that Landorus, but I think you. Yeah. There's no out here. There's the problem is that there's Earth powers on both of these Pokemon. If it was only one, you might be fine. Like if you just had to play around
you might
Heatran.
resist Magma Storm, but you don't resist the damage over time.
That's certainly true.
Oh, no.
That's clever. No more protects for. Yeah, we declined to mention the Imprison the entire time because it was funny. It's Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Protect, Imprison.
And what's funny is before this match, I believe you said that it wouldn't come up.
I thought it wouldn't come up. I said off stream I thought it wouldn't come up, but now the Protect is blocked for Raging Bolt for as long as Landorus is around, and Landorus can Protect here to give itself an extra turn.
And just dodge the Thunderclap. Be able to dodge Thunderclaps.
Yeah. Like, it can just hang around.
I think if you're Cole, you just protect Landorus and let Heatran take the...
It'll depend on how much Heatran actually does. Because it'll depend on how much Heatran does and how much Heatran takes.
Yeah. It's not AV Raging Bolt.
Because you do have to be a little scared that, like, 3 Thunderbolts wins, and yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that's
three Thunderbolts.
But you are covered
in total
Heatran,
wins,
so you don't have to worry about being...
It's true.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, and
later... This is gonna come down to Para.
It'll come down to Para.
This comes down to Para.
It'll come down to Para. Yeah. Raging Bolt has to focus down the Heatran here. And hope that Landorus is full parried again. At the same time, Heatran could Protect. He could Protect either one of these slots. And Cole could buy himself an extra turn, or put himself in a guaranteed lose state with a harder call. So it's either do you want to bet on 1 and 4, or do you want to read your opponent?
This is an incredibly awkward position for both of these players, but like, Josh, please don't lose on losing out on your time again.
That's a good point. Ooh, oh, he called the Protect and it was no Protect.
That's okay. Heatran misses Magma Storm here.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the Earthquake is going to land.
Yeah, the Earth Power absolutely lands here, but it'd be really funny. Yeah.
And there it goes. Raging Bolt drops, and that is the victory for Cole. 2-0 victory. I completely forgot Game 1 happened. It blanked out of my mind, the Your Time win.
Yeah.
Cole picked up the win. That's what's important. And we will see him in the grand finals.
It was a very bad spot at the end there for Josh anyways. Even with the paralysis on the Landorus, you had to target down that Heatran since you were outspeeding it and just hoping that Landorus just didn't do anything.
Yeah, and I like that Cole did not. I like that Cole did not say, "Ooh, I'm gonna go for like a weird, funky thing," and like try to outcall the other person. Just say, "No, I'm not gonna get parried twice in a row. I'm gonna win off of this." Yeah. And he picked it up. Yeah. So congrats to Cole. Yes. We will see him in just a moment in the grand finals. We will take just a moment. We'll be back for finals. Don't go anywhere.